So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So come let us walk hand in hand. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique together. I want to welcome you to the hub. Again, we have a unique moment in time to talk, to reason. I want to encourage those on Facebook and YouTube to please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to start off tonight with two positive stories. One with the creative industry. So let me start off with the one with the creative industry. You know, so many young men and women are considered to be creatives, and the government is giving them the attention that they deserve, and now they're forming themselves into associations, which is great.
The government, working through the Grenada Cultural Foundation, GOCA, is actively involved in building structures and creating an environment for the creative industry to flourish. As noted during the conference, the creative language is becoming a household term across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. The launch of these associations highlights the government's commitment to creating a sustainable and vibrant creative sector that contributes to national development. The newly formed association represents various creative disciplines including visual arts, performing arts, literary arts, digital arts, and carnival arts. Plans are announced for regular quarterly meetings among the heads of the new associations. These meetings will enable them to plan, review projects, resolve issues, and coordinate industry activities. Creatives across all disciplines are encouraged to join the new associations as part of a collective effort to build a stronger and more inclusive creative economy. Ambassador and Special Envoy for Information Communication Technology ICT and the Creative Economy, Orlando Romain, explains the initiative.
The reason we did this, as I mentioned before, was because we saw the need to build capacity. The development of the sector will not be hinged only on the efforts of the state. It requires the individual actors, the individual creators to mobilize and do their part. All right? By doing so, by creating these associations, what we are doing is empowering you, the creatives, to have a bigger stake in the direction of the creative sector. And there's a few key areas that you will be able to assist us within the state to achieve. The first thing is professionalization. Right? The creative sector needs to operate with standards like any other sector. The real estate industry has standards, the accounting industry has standards, the legal industry has standards. So we need standards. All right? We need some level of quality assurance when creatives do work for other organizations or for companies. And we need to also standardize pricing and these sort of things. So these associations will play a very critical role in assisting the government to coordinate those activities and also holding the industry to standard.
Minister for Tourism, the Creative Economy and Culture, Senator the Honorable Adrian Thomas, emphasized the government's commitment towards supporting the industry.
The Prime Minister is very, very serious about the creative economy. I mean, he talks about this thing night and day. Whenever I'm having discussion with him, that's what he's concerned about. The creative mind, the young people in Grenada. And I cannot remember that the creative GOCA coming to ask me for any kind of money, and I'm not making a special effort to see if I could convince and persuade the Prime Minister to give it to them, because I'm convinced that the work that they are pushing will help Grenada and help build the economy. And I always make the point, Just like how we are exploring to exploit oil and gas in Grenada, we need to explore and exploit the potential of the creative economy, because the kind of money that the oil and gas could generate, I believe that the creative economy has that potential to also generate the revenue that is needed to make Grenada, Carrick, and Martinique a better place.
For MTV News, Lily Pascal.
Yes, thank you very much there, MTV News, with that news item. And folks, the NNP is scared of the creatives. They are trembling in their boots when they see the government of Grenada doing more and more for the young minds, the young people who are in that particular industry. Because remember, under NNP, this whole word creative or the creative industry, that was never something talked about. They were never mainstream. They were never seen as part of the development of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. They were never recognized. But what we see now is that this government has embraced the creative industry and the creatives because they're part of society. They create stuff and they use their talent, their skills, and so on to create employment and to feed their families and to keep things going. And I love that. First, the office of the creative industry was set up. Then they had this huge conference, the Unleash conference. They continue on that path with, a number of areas that they outlined they would focus on, work towards. 100% concession was given to the creatives so they can bring in their stuff, the equipment, the materials, and so on. Then access to financing, that is key, was created or made possible through the Grenada Development Bank. So they can go there and get a loan at 1% interest rate plus other support, which is really good. And the next step is forming themselves into an association, right? Having a body discussing things that concern them. I love that. They also had and still have a number of classes at TAMCC dealing with that industry, right? I know they graduated a number of the successful students or creatives who completed the course, and they have an offer about 2 or 3 courses now. So things are happening for them, and you may underestimate the amount of young people who are considered to be creatives, who are part of that industry. They're either in drama, they're either in storytelling or story writing, authors, books, and so on. They're in talk radio, podcasting, the photographers, videographers, producer. I mean, we can go on and on. Artists, right, across the board. And because the government have embraced them in a serious way, the NNP is scared because they 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 they're not comfortable with this group of people because they're very influential. They can use their writing to influence certain things. They can use drama to influence certain things and certain people. They can use, the stage that they're on to influence certain things. So they're a very powerful group within the society. And we are talking about a society that's made up of purely young people, youthful. 60 something percent of our population is young people, under 40, under 45. So you could kind of imagine the influence the creative industry would have on our population. And that I can tell you is scaring the NNP in a big way, because they never embrace the creatives. They never saw them as important. But this government sees them as very important and embrace them and supporting them, supporting their livelihood, supporting the industry, supporting what they do, right? They born with that natural gift, and they're being supported by the government. So the NNP is very, very uneasy, because I go to different events and I see them. I see the creatives, right? And they're playing a very big role within our society. So I'm really happy to see how they have been embraced. And kudos to you, Orlando Romain. You're doing a fantastic job, Ambassador Orlando Romain. You're doing a fantastic job. Minister Adrian Thomas, Persuader, my good pal, you're doing a fantastic job. Continue to do what you all are doing, because in the medium to long term, it will bear fruits across the board. And when I speak from a political point of view and also from an economic point of view. All right? That's an industry that can generate millions and millions of dollars. And Grenada is not just, in other words, this is not the only space they can make money from. Because remember, a person who is an influencer, for example, that's a creative person who is on social media, right? On Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, producing stuff, uploading stuff, making money out of it. They're considered to be creatives. They're part of that industry. A person who is on a podcast, so a podcaster, is considered to be a creative person. All right. A person who is a photographer doing professional photos, a videographer, and that kind of stuff, they're considered to be creatives. Who is involved in drama and storytelling and story writing and that kind of thing. They're also creatives who are making stuff with their hands, creating stuff, right? Musicians, and we can go on and on and on. They're part of that industry. It's a big industry. So the impact they would have between now and, when the real time comes around, and you know what I'm talking about, because down the road, of course, they're creatives. Their service will be, uh, solicited in many different ways, and they've embraced this moment and all the opportunities that are coming for them through this government. So thumbs up to the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team. I think you all are doing a fantastic job with the creative industry. I love that. Keep it going. Keep it up. The next thing I must say, we have a government that cares about our people. I saw on GBN news earlier where, parents went to collect their children who were studying in Jamaica, and our thoughts and prayers are with the people of Jamaica, because this category 5, 4, or 5 hurricane is not an easy one. I've been following the happenings today, and it could be very deadly and devastating. So, we have to be very happy that our government saw it fit to evacuate many of our Grenadian brothers and sisters who are studying in Jamaica, so they can return home to their families. And once everything calms down and, you have, well, let's pray and hope that Jamaica would not be devastated from that hurricane and that they would be able to bounce back quickly. All right? Let's pray and hope that happens. So,
Hi, good morning. I am Joella Roberts, a student at the University of Technology, Jamaica. And I would just like to thank the government of Grenada for being so instrumental in getting us here in less than 24 hours. We reached out to them yesterday morning, and by 4:30 they were like, "You're gonna come home." And we were so, I don't think words can express how happy we were when we got that news. I just want to tell them thank you, thank you, thank you. You have once again proven that your boots are definitely on the ground and you're doing the right thing. Just keep on that right path, and we are here fully supporting you and fully grateful. And thank you, thank you, thank you.
My name is Elian Roberts and I attend the University of Technology Jamaica, and I was one of the students that came back on the chartered flight that the government did under 24 hours, which was insanely fast, and I am extremely grateful for the efforts and the work put in to get us down here safely. And also, I like to say to my friends back in Jamaica, including some Grenadians that weren't able to make it, stay safe and keep vigilant, and I hope y'all are good.
yes, so that is what a government should always do. Look after the interest of the citizens. They could be in Jamaica, they could be in Trinidad, they could be in the United States, wherever they are. They are Grenadians, and it is a wonderful thing to see our government in action. No big set of fuss, no hype, no drama. A chartered flight organized to pick up our Grenadian brothers and sisters in Jamaica and bring them back home. All right? That is how our government should operate. It's not drama. During the NNP time, it was about drama, some kind of bacchanal, some kind of melee. That's not how the most honorable Deacon Mitchell and this NDC is operating. All right? Different. So I want to, again, give them thumbs up. That's the way to go. And we are loving it. We're loving it. You see, the opposition, they're quick to condemn. They are quick to criticize. They are quick to talk about all kind of negativity. They would concoct stories. They would make up stories. But when it comes to good stuff, you don't see them out there applauding the government for this move. No, they're not interested in that. The NNP is just about negativity. They're waiting for some bad news so they could have something to talk about, to go on their platforms and bum their gum about. But when it comes to good stuff, positive stuff, good things happening for people, you're not hearing them. They're not interested in good news. But we are interested in good news. And when we see those things, we must feel good. If you are a Grenadian, no matter where you are, and you see something like that, you must feel happy. You must feel good for the young men and women who studied in Jamaica and they were wondering, this monster storm is a hurricane, is heading to Jamaica. And remember, those young men and women, they experience, some of them, Hurricane Beryl, some of them, Hurricane Ivan, some of them, Hurricane Emily. So we know what a Category 4 hurricane looks like. We have experienced the devastation from Hurricane Emily, Hurricane Ivan, and Beryl. We can't go back as far as Janet. All right? Can't go back as far as Janet. I'm talking about the young people who are studying in Jamaica. So it's good that the government took them out, and let's pray and hope for the best for the people of Jamaica. It's not easy. We know what we're talking about. It's not easy. And Jamaica experienced a number of hurricanes already, but a category 4 or 5 hurricane hitting you direct, that one is not easy. So let's hope that, they would not be impacted so badly or so severely. Let's pray and hope that happens. But kudos to the government of Grenada. Thank you for being there for the students, and they will not forget you. They will not forget you. In fact, I love what the young lady said. Boots on the ground. It demonstrates that this government has boots on the ground. They have not abandoned our people. Third thing, I believe there are certain people who are popping up on the scene now that you have to be very careful with them. I told you about this pollster, this cow pollster, right? I told you about him. And only today, I saw an article written by him as though he's obsessed with our beloved Prime Minister, and his talking points are similar to that of the opposition. So if you listen to him carefully, you would realize that there isn't much a difference between what the NNP is saying and what he's saying. And that is why I told you to be very, very careful with the individual. I see George Worm publishing stuff from him quite often these days. I think that George Worm, my good partner, fall into a trap. I believe so. So the man published this article and he zeroed in on our Prime Minister's travel. But you see, this guy, he doesn't understand. You have to be at that table to be counted and to get stuff for your people. That's critical. You have to travel. Grenada is a very small place. We don't print our own money. We don't. We don't have gold. We don't have oil and gas as yet producing. We don't have anything much here. So you have to engage investors. You have to engage donor partners. You have to engage friendly countries. That is something that must happen. So for this guy who says he's bright to be fixated on that says a lot. But I told you to be careful with many of those people who are just popping up now because they want relevance and they're operating as though they're independent. But if you go deeper, you will realize that they too have an agenda. You have to be very, very careful with these people, with their publications and their appearance, and they very, very, very careful. I said so from day one. You have to be, right? When it comes to their agenda, because they're not coming forward and tell you their agenda. They're not telling you who is paying them. They're not telling you why they're doing what they're doing. But you would hear them, you would see them. They would publish this, they would publish that. I'm saying to you, be very, very careful. Because over time, they would lose credibility. Because if you are a pollster and then you start going into that direction, people start looking at you differently. People start looking at you differently. And that is why I'm saying, be very careful. Remain focused and understand that not everybody that come and skin teeth with you or green teeth with you is your friend. or that they're genuine about Grenada. Remember that. So I have been monitoring and following these things because they don't just come out from the crab hole like this. You see, rain has to fall heavily for them to come out from the crab hole. But with no rain, they're still coming out. And this week, they would feature 4 candidates or 4 MPs. They would have all kind of stuff to say about. Then the next week, they feature. It's as though it's a planned thing. It's like a planned thing. It's not by accident. But they must know that we are not living in 2000 or 2001. We're in 2025. And everybody has some gadget, some device. And everybody able to access information and follow what's going down. And thanks to the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, his team, they are good at documenting stuff and having it circulated. So you would see reels, you would see videos, you would see stuff of what the government is doing. And I love that. So our Prime Minister is not going on a dry ride. No. When he travels for a purpose and a reason. He's on government business. I don't know why they're obsessed with that. When Keith Mitchell and the NNP and all them used to travel, we didn't used to hear anything about that. When Keith Mitchell went in Switzerland, we didn't even hear much about these things. It's only when they dance bus, we get to know what happened. So, look, folks, a lot of these guys, they believe by publishing all this nonsense, they would get somewhere with it. They believe so. And they've tried it before. They've tried it before. So don't forget that. They were successful before. All right? They were successful before. In 2008 to 2013, they were very successful with polls after polls. And this person writing this article about this one and that one, and they were able to get the Tillman Thomas-led administration out of power. They were able to do that. But this time round, it's a different ball game. It's a different ball game. And that is why every now and then I tell you to defend our beloved Prime Minister. Promote our beloved Prime Minister and his team. Defend the team. Because don't believe that they would just allow the NDC to function and deliver and do things to our people without, going after them, without condemning, criticizing, without concocting things and creating all kind of things just to make them look bad. Don't believe that would be the case. Right? A lot of these people, they're not sincere. They're not genuine. They're not. All right? And look, our Prime Minister is going out there and do government business. He's not, in other words, we have seen during the NNP time a lot of convestors. I cannot stop talk about that. A lot of crooks came into the country, right? And they con the NNP administration of millions and millions of dollars. And if this guy, same Justin, I would love for him to do a proper research on the amount of convestors, right? Justin Pay, I want you to do a research on the amount of convestors and crooks that came into Grenada here during the NNP reign in power and con the NNP administration of millions and millions of taxpayers' money. Millions of dollars. I'm not hearing you talk about that. None of them went to jail. None of them arrested. Nobody charged. I don't hear you talk about the shrimp farm and the fact that we lost $54.2 million there, where some convestors were able to con the NNP administration of $54.2 million. It's a lot of money. So when you do an article talking about the amount of trips our prime minister is making, and this is what it cost, and approximately this, and estimated cost, and you wonder, where were these guys when NNP was in power? I want to know. I really do. With the chicken farm in Victoria, we lost 18 point something million dollars there. Taxpayers' money. The shrimp farm, $54.2 million. Ekram J. Miller, 30 something million dollars in Mount Hartman. Livera, we lost 28 or $29 million up there. And we can go on and on, the call center and all of them. Garden groups. It's a whole pile. So we lost a lot of money under the NNP time. Millions and millions of dollars. So why these guys can't go back and document those things, publish those things? Because we want to know. We want to know how much millions those convestors and crooks took from taxpayers here in Grenada during the NNP reign in office, the NNP administration. Because to date, not one con man, not one crook was able to get through with the Deacon Mitchell-led administration, with the NDC administration. So you're obsessed with the fact that our prime minister is traveling. Well, he has to travel. And he's not going on a dry ride. He's not going on lime. He has to travel. Grenada is a very small place. And if he doesn't, then people would not even know him or know us. Grenada is on the world stage now. It is what it is. So I just don't understand how this guy is obsessed, because I heard him on this program with Diali and Campbell. And he was stressing on the travel and what our beloved prime minister is, traveling and that kind of thing. And I said, but come on. He's not going on a dry ride. He's not going on lime. He's going on government business. So I was kind of interested in where he's going with that. And lo and behold, I see now some publication that he did, some write-up that he did, and it's on Now Grenada. And saying, but wait. But I'm happy that the comments on it, people went under that Facebook post. And all you need to do is just read the comments. And you would know Grenadians are not stupid. Grenadians are not stupid. Peter David, for example, saying that he talking about the movement and whatever he intends to launch, some party, and you go and you read the comments under it. It gives you a good feel as to what people are thinking and where people are. So they're publishing stuff, and man, look at the publication from the Justin guy. I mean, it's long from here to thy kingdom come, but majority of the stuff is not factual, meaning that he's estimating the cost, estimating this and estimating that, and what it gonna cost and what it could cost. I'm telling you. But they're obsessed. They're obsessed. But the Grenadian people, the real people commenting under these things, and they're in full support of this government. They're in full support of the Most Honorable Deacon Mitchell and his team, because they know that he is not going on a dry ride. But I told you way back, I said, I am not comfortable with some of these people. They come and they play thing. Because I know Justin. I know him. In fact, he reached out to me on a number of occasions, but I just ignore him because he wants to be relevant. He wants to be in the limelight. He doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't have what it takes to be in the limelight. It's simple like that, right? And we're seeing it happening. Come on. You're not a politician. No. And as you say, you're a patriotic Grenadian, okay. But why not go back and document those convestors and crooks that came here during the NNP time, the NNP administration time? I would love to know the amount of money that we lost, right? But folks, I want to give you the opportunity to vent tonight. Again, the number is 538-0933. 538-0933. You can call, or you can call me on any of the numbers. 415-4817-4031-019. You can call me on any of the numbers. All right? If you want to vent, if you want to speak, if you want to say something, you can. The number again, 538-0933. You can call me on WhatsApp. You can call me straight. It's a good opportunity to hear from you. So again, the number 538-0933. All right? Also, folks, I want to say to you, the upcoming election would see a lot of artificial intelligence generated videos and photos. So you have to be very, very careful with that too. Some of these things are not authentic, they are not original. And we are seeing it with the storm, the hurricane in Jamaica, where so many AI generated videos are in circulation that it affected the internet and the streaming and everything like that. And it prevented the real information when it comes to safety and, information from ODPM, right? The disaster management agency there, who are giving information. That kind of caused people to be confused. So come the next election, make up your mind and prepare yourself for a lot of AI generated videos to make the government look bad, or to make our prime minister look bad, or to make the different candidates look bad. So that's something that you need to prepare yourself for, right? But again, it's an open opportunity tonight. I would love to hear from you. If you have anything that you want to discuss, that you want to talk about, you can. Again, the number 538-0933. 538-0933. It's an open opportunity for you to vent. So let's take this one here. Let's take this call. All right. All right. Well, we lost that call. The person called and they cut off. So again, you can call me on any of the numbers. 538-0933. Or you can call me on 415-4817 or 4031-019. All right? So if you call me on any of the numbers, I would bring you live. It's an open opportunity for you to talk. I want to say good evening to the 765 people who are viewing me or listening to me via Facebook and YouTube. All right? So again, it's an open opportunity, man. Feel free to call. Let's talk. All right, let me take this call here. We have two calls. Hello? Hello? Hey, how you doing?
My
Hey,
guardian,
yeah, hold on.
um,
The person, hold on. One person, the person on the live, the other number, the 538 number, wait for me. Give me a minute or less for this caller. Go ahead, caller.
Don't study them.
All right.
Study them. They're running them out about how. You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Good.
Yeah, go ahead now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you listen to yourself on the radio. All right. So Yeah, but we're hearing you in the background.
It's not the first time government sending plane for students. But back in I-1 days, who sent plane for students to come back home?
Right.
I could only run them out according to the PM as long as.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So the call on the other line.
Yeah, good night, Kim.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good night, audience. I'm certainly proud of the Prime Minister and our government and his visionary way about doing things. I also want to announce Senator David Andrews will be having a community engagement tomorrow with the Land Tenure Department in the Ministry of Lands and Agriculture. We will be in Telescope for 6 o'clock at the primary school. So all the persons within the area that living on government crown lands and haven't regularized as yet, come out to the meeting, voice your concerns. You might get answers to a lot of questions that would not have been answered years ago or sometime in the past. So come out, and it will be a good engagement to know the way forward.
What time
and
it
where the
starts? You say 6
project is
o'clock?
moving.
What time?
6 o'clock
6, and it's at the community
6
center
p.m.
Telescope.
at the primary school.
Oh, the
at
primary school.
Telescope.
Okay.
Yes.
The primary school at Telescope.
So the Honorable David Andrews, he had made a flyer, poster. So
Yeah, I
if
saw.
you go
I think
onto
I
his
cited.
page, you will see
it
the
on
poster.
Facebook. Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
we're encouraging everybody in Telescope who living on government crown land, because there is a large percentage of persons living on crown lands within Telescope. So there's a new project we're trying to organize and get everybody regularized so that they can get a proper documentation. Thank you.
Nice. Thanks. Right. Thank you very much there. Yes. And another person called while that caller was on, so you can call back. You can call back. Yes. So that's a good vibes there. And I realize the Honorable David Andrew, Honorable Lennox Andrew, the Honorable Gloria Thomas, the Honorable Delma Thomas, and Dr. Tessa Sinze, they have been out there knocking on doors, going to events and activity in the parish, listening to people. That's the way to go. Keep it up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Keep that up. So again, the number is 538-0933, or you can call me on any of the other numbers. If you want to chime in, if you want to say something, if you want to discuss anything, you can. All right? It's open line, open opportunity. You have about 14 minutes left in the program for tonight. All right? So you could call if you want to talk about anything. The number again, 538. Let's take a call. All right. Hello.
Ken Jones,
Hey,
good night, good night.
good night.
Brother, what are you doing? You good?
A good man, yes?
I listened to Daisy Hazard on Sunday, and I was disappointed in this woman. How is woman so dumb?
Who's the person?
Daisy Hazard.
Oh, Daisy Hazard.
Yes. Can you imagine this woman to solve the nursing problem? You know what she suggests? Pay the nurses more. How she's so dumb. In this country, they are shorted and nurses. They are shorted and nurses in this country. If you pay them more, you can't solve the problem, Daisy Hazard. The problem is to get more nurses, and that's what the Prime Minister is doing. And I am proud of my Prime Minister to invite the people and them to come, the Ghanaians to come and do nurses. These people and them, they're wicked. They want, when the people and them go in hospital, and you have nurses to say about them, they go on the radio and they cast all kind of remarks about the government and the Prime Minister bring more nurses to help for the people of this country. These people are like Canadian. They against the nurses come here. What they want the patient in the hospital. They can't get nurses to save them, so they go dead. So they go have something to say. There's the other kitchen save crap. I listen to Mr. Pierre, the Pierre man was speaking about it, and he after something. To me, he get paid to destroy NDC.
Well, hold on. I don't have any evidence to prove that he got paid by anybody to destroy NDC. I don't have any. Hold on. I have no evidence to support that. So I would treat
Right.
that as false. I need the
Well,
evidence before me.
I say it seems as though you get paid from somebody to do this kind of information. Can you imagine this man campaigning for NMP? This man gonna tell people
Well,
the Prime Minister travel.
no, I don't think he's campaigning for NNP.
We campaign for US.
No, he's out there saying certain things because he wants to be relevant. And it's, you see, you have to understand these guys. These guys are academics and they believe that they should have the last say and they have a big brain and they could,
Yes, well, to me, he's trying to influence the people of this country. Can you imagine this Mr. Pierre going and tell people the Prime Minister make so much trip, how much it costs, and this and that? Trying to influence the population of the country against the Prime Minister. That is bogus. That is
yeah, but
ridiculous.
he's not getting anywhere with that.
Well, like you know, getting anywhere
People are
with
not
that.
studying Justin Pay with his
So the way he's
publications
going
and so
about
on.
it, but pollster, when they get a finding, they say the party, they're not going to campaign against a party. And when the real foolishness disappear, you imagine where this country here lose millions and millions of dollars. Look in the agriculture product there, the marketing board, millions of dollars, up to $70 million were lost in this country. You talking about a man traveling? He's traveling for the benefit of this country. I don't see how the hell Mr. Peck could go against that. Against that, the Prime Minister should travel and get something. The Prime Minister travel and bring on come on us, 20-something nurse is in this country. And I said, more power to the Prime Minister. Mr. Ken, you have a good day.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Again, the number is 5380933. Yes, so I would not say he's campaigning for NNP. I wouldn't say that. But the guy is out there because he wants to be relevant. He wants to be some main player in something. All right. And he has to understand that our people are intelligent. Our people are smart. And we already red flag the direction that he's going from day one. All right. Let's take that call. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You want to lower the volume of whatever you're listening to at the back.
Aye.
Yeah, no problem. You go ahead. You're live now. Go ahead.
Okay. My question to you, right? When the former Prime Minister said he didn't see nobody in his party to rule the party, where did Miss Pierre come from now?
What is Emily Pay talking about?
Yeah. You remember? So she wasn't there all the time when he was saying he didn't see nobody to run this party?
Yes, she was there. She was actually there.
Okay. So why saying? So why you saying there was nobody? So all of a sudden she's somebody now, right?
It seems so.
Okay. Well, look at it this way: is she just holding down the space for him until he ready?
I don't know.
You know, man. Okay. when our Prime Minister ring the bell, would NNP have a convention?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know this one. Would there be an election to nominate somebody to run the party?
Let's see what would happen, my brother.
Well, my boy just say he relaxing, you know. He say he put out he Solia, so he want to see what his Solia could achieve. But right now, his Solia don't achieving anything.
All right. Thank you very much. Plenty love.
All right.
All right, good. Thank you very much there, caller. That caller. Thank you very much there. Indeed. Thank you very much there. Indeed. And that's a good one there, caller. Having people thinking deep. All right. So if you follow the happenings, you would realize what these guys are trying to do, but they're not successful. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, how you doing?
Not bad, Kim. Calling for the program.
Yeah, you're live.
Okay, I'm just calling to big up Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Honorable Ron Redhead, Honorable Tevin Andrews, and Honorable Andy Williams. They doing a great job, and I realize the other side afraid these poor men. I don't know for what reason, but big them up. They
All
doing
right.
a wonderful job.
All right. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much there. Right. So, and look, I noticed all the MPs on the government side, they have, up their field work and their visibility. They're out there, they're mixing, mingling, listening to people, doing stuff. That is what we wanted long, and we've seen that happening. We want to applaud them. When they're doing something good, it's always good to, it's always a good thing to recognize it and talk about it. Let's take a call. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Hello.
Hello. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing all right. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we're hearing you. Just lower the volume. Lower the volume of whatever you have behind there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna wait. We're hearing
That's
you.
better?
Yeah, just look complete. Cut it off completely.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll hear yourself
Okay.
after. Yeah, all right. Go ahead now.
Yes, I was saying that I'm very proud of our Prime Minister Dick Mitchell, because anywhere he go, he bring back something. He don't come back. He don't come back with empty hand. And this Justin is just like you say. He's looking for relevant. He don't live in Grenada. He only hearing what people say, and he writing things according to what he hears people say. He live in Canada, right? So he only hearing, and what he hear, he write about it. But he don't know what's going on. And I'm very proud of what you're doing, Kim. You're doing a great job. You're informing people, you're educating people, and you're defending the NDC. So congratulations of you, what you are doing. And I hope people really take time and listen to you. They will be educated, they will be smart, and they will be able to decide what move to make. All right?
Thank you.
Good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear my good friend. Thank you very much indeed. Hello.
Hi, good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night. How you doing? Good evening.
I'm doing well. I'd just like to ask a question.
Go ahead.
This is to the opposition leader, Ms. Pierre. She posted on Facebook that almost $1 million was spent to light up the carnage, and it was poor leadership, poor planning, and lack of vision, waste of taxpayers' money. But I have a question. What happened to the $13 million that was spent on the traffic lights? And up to this day, we can't see the traffic lights. Where was the vision in that?
Right. Hello?
That was my question.
Okay. All right. Nice. Thanks.
All right. Have a good night.
Yeah, the traffic lights was a fiasco again. He's correct with the traffic lights that the NNP administration had ordered, and the majority of them secondhand, and within no time they were not functioning. All right, yeah, so that was a fiasco. The caller is absolutely right regarding that traffic light issue. You remember that whole light issue was something where the female podcaster came out and said this is what it cost with the drones and the lights, and then we discovered it cost way less than what they were talking about. So all this hype around these things, it was for Grenada. 50th anniversary, it was for Grenada. Simple. It was not for some other place. For Grenada, and it's simple like that. There are events that you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to put on, and it's just for a day. Just for a day or two. Just for that. So all this hype. You see, they're convenient. They want to focus on this particular thing. But we want to know about all the millions. Look, the NDC administration is different, totally different from the NNP administration. And I challenge them still. Tell me one conman, one convestor that slipped through the cracks and come in Grenada under the NDC and take millions and run away with it. Tell me one convestor. And I could tell you, folks, to this day, we have not had one crook or con man who came and con the NDC administration. But the NNP administration, I could give you a list, a litany of them, a list of them. And the amount of millions and millions they con the NNP administration and the taxpayers, because it's taxpayers' money. It's the taxpayers' money. That's the conversation that we want to have, right? That's the conversation. So again, folks, I am saying we have to remain focused and understand what these people are trying to do. They find Grenada is too stable. They find Grenada is moving in the right direction, developing, prospering. We're doing well as a country, as a nation. They want to spoil that. There are some people who just like bad things to happen, and like messy situations. Yeah, there are some people like that. They don't like good for you. They don't like good for the country. And once they see the country is on the right path and good stuff happening, they will do everything in their power to derail it. But you see, we have a prime minister who not even bothered with these people, who not even studying them. And that is why they're fighting for relevance. That is why they're fighting for relevance. But folks, I want to wish you all the best. All the best. I know a friend sent me a flyer. It's a community group in let me see here, the Crowshoe and Surrounding Community Development Group. They're having a barbecue luncheon on Saturday, the 15th of November. Cost $20. Location, the Crowshoe Multipurpose Center, starting at 12 in the PM. So that's a community group, and they're having a barbecue luncheon, the Crowshoe Multipurpose Center, on the 15th of November. Folks, I want to wish you all the best. Take good care, and I'll be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, starting from 8